Here is an example of what we're going to create in today's video. Hello everyone. In today's tutorial, we're going to go over using your microphone to have things happen in the world. A lot like the game Don't Scream, I think it's called, that was a big hit a while back. So we will basically get your microphone level and use that to affect the game. So let's get started. I'm in my horror tutorial I've been building. If you're on a fresh tutorial, you can fresh project or another, you can use this. It's fine. Create a new folder. I'm going to call this the let's see, mic volume, just for me. This is just for a little bit later. We can actually set this now. We're gonna create a widget blueprint. WBP underscore voice meter. Sorry, my brain hasn't fully woken up. And so in the first person character, first thing we want to do is we're going to search for sound. No, we're going to have audio. It's going to be the audio capture. And this is going to be the thing that listens to the microphone. In here, we need to turn off all these effects here, the submix, the sends, anything that's ticked, we can turn that off. So what we can do now, we can click on audio capture and we can come down here and on audio envelop value like this. Let's move this up here. This is what event will run when the audio capture detects audio. So if I do a print string to show, by default, this is not going to be turned on. So you need to come to audio capture and do activation. The alternate way is if you want it on push to talk type thing, we can do a keyboard button like this. We can grab the audio capture and we can do enable or activate, sorry. Activate. And on release, we can deactivate like that. Or we could do like a flip-flop to activate, then deactivate. So that's for the push to talk, which we'll test as well. So by default now, we press play and you'll see the numbers going up. If I change this key to a 1, you'll see that that's the way the numbers are currently. What we could do to make it easier is if we grab the envelop value and multiply by 100. And now we look, we will have numbers that are a bit more like this. And then we could also do a round, not round. If we grab from string, format text, I think it's that. Yeah, to grab this and we can say 1 maximum fractional. We try now, then we have this. So we can see that as I speak, the number rises. The reason when I don't speak like that, there's a slight flickering. I think that's just like background noise from my mic being picked up because it's quite sensitive. What we can do with this, let's try this, the activator actually. So if I turn this to off, and if I speak now, nothing. I hold the button down, it's activated. If I let go, it goes to 0. So this could be used for, say you're making a game where it's like a horror game and you want to talk. You want to be like, things happen only when you're pushing the button. This is how you would do it. Otherwise, if you want microphone always up, you can auto activate here. So now we have this, but what can we do with this? So what we can do with this is we can, let's do a sphere trace by channel like this. And we can Then do a branch. And we can say when this number is greater than, I think 15 was a good number, then we're going to spawn a trace here. We're going to get the actor location. And the start and the end and the radius we're going to set to 10. And it's going to be a persistent sphere. So now as I walk around and talk, you can see that if I speak loud enough into the microphone, then these objects appear. So it's all about figuring out like the volume here. So say this is 10, a bit more sensitive. As I'm speaking normally, then they are appearing. So this is how you would set your limit for, like, if you want someone to make a loud noise, like if they do get scream or get spooked or whatever, this is what you do for this. It then means that you can basically have like a slider that would change this value for how sensitive you want, like easy, hard, extreme. And what we could do with this is you can use a report noise event, and for this you would get actor location. The loudness would be the, like for the AI, it would be to tell them like how loud the person is being. But we can leave this for 1. The instigator is self, because it's the player that is caused this sound. And the max range is the how far you want the audio to go. So if we do -1, for example, no matter where you are in the area, the NPC would be able to hear this. Well, as you can see here, it's still limited by the listener's range. So you could have something like this. So when you're speaking, like if I just show a print string and do like this, so every time that would fire, the NPC in the area would get a notification to tell it that somebody's speaking. And I can show as an example, we could say, we can do spawn actor from class, and we can spawn in the angel I've been using for my previous tutorials. And we can get actor world location. And get actor location. Make transform. And then just like plop that in. And do that. So I speak, and then a few of them have appeared because I meant to do this and do once. So then this will only fire once, so only one NPC will appear like that. And then what you could do is you could do like a timer or a delay, which would then, so like delay 2, feed it into the reset, spawn 1, delay, spawn another, then there's another spawn. So like something like that. It would keep going every so often once I speak loud enough. So what I'm going to do next is we're going to show this on a UI. So what we can do is we can grab this and we can promote it to a variable. So like this, we can call it mic volume, the microphone volume. And we can create in the voice meter. So in here, what we're going to do is we're going to create a canvas. If you want the meter to show on another HUD, you don't need to put a canvas. You just build the widget in here. And then we are going to need a progress bar. No, progress bar. like this. So I think by default, this uses a 0 to 1. So we might need to change the float value we use, which is perfectly fine. We can click the progress bar and go to bind and then create new binding. That shouldn't be there, sorry. So we can promote this to a variable here. We can call it the mic volume. And then we can instance editable and expose it on spawn. Back in the first person character, don't know why that's done that. We can refresh this node and we can plug the mic volume in like that. So now we need to update the widget whenever we modify this. So just for this simple way here, I'm just going to show how we could do that. We can promote the widget here to a variable, and we can call this the voice widget. We could then, once we set the microphone volume here, we can call voice widget, and we can just set the volume here, the mic volume here on the widget itself, like that, and then hook that up. So if we try this now, if I speak, you can see, there we go. So it's showing how loud we are. It's not doing it too crazy because we plugged it into the envelope value here, which is the actual true audio value. This one here, if we were to plug this in like this, this would just cap out instantly because this has been inflated. But this is useful for things like this, so you can have better numbers to do your event on. But for this one, we just want to do straight value like this. If you want the mic volume to look a bit better here, you could just multiply this by, say, the 10, I think, would make it look a lot better. Now if I speak, it's still up, so maybe just 2. Let's see. So there we go. So I'm speaking low. As I speak higher, it goes up. 3 maybe. There you go, like this. So yeah, now we have a sound meter that will use your microphone. It uses by default the Windows microphone, so just be careful on that. But you can use this to create a game where if you speak too loud, you die, or if you speak too loud, like lights turn off or things like spooky happen. So I hope this has been useful. If you want to support me, I have a Patreon where I can put some project files up. I also have a Buy Me a Coffee if you want to support me that way. And if you have any suggestions, please leave a comment and I'll see you in the next video.